On January 24th, McDonald's in various parts of China launched a 10 yuan double beef burger promotion, leading to an immediate crash of their ordering system. The incident, widely known as McDonald's crashed, became a trending topic on social media. Consumers were complaining about the inability to order online and the rapid sellout at physical stores. By the afternoon of the 24th, McDonald's crashed had risen to the top of multiple social media platforms' hot search lists, with many users experiencing failure in online ordering. Around 6 p.m., attempts to order via McDonald's WeChat mini program, using Chengdu as a location, either showed items as sold out or failed to proceed to the payment page after adding items to the cart, with coupons also being unusable. The frenzy over the 10 yuan double beef burger reflects the ongoing internal competition within China's consumer market, with large restaurant chains like McDonald's and Papa John's engaging in price wars.
Papa John's has this cool deal where they are selling pizzas for just 19.90 yuan. It starts every night at 8:30 on their online platform. You get to pick up a pizza mystery box at the store where the fillings and size are a surprise. I tried it out and got two 9-inch pizzas for 19.90 yuan each. One with meat and one with sausage. The crust was pretty thin and there wasn't a ton of toppings, but they tasted alright. Check this out. I found a bakery in Shanghai selling these leftover food mystery boxes. Let's take a look at what's inside, shall we? For 15 yuan, you get 4 croissant breads with different flavors. I checked the date. They were made on January 20th with a 2-day shelf life. Today's the 21st, so they expire tomorrow. At least they didn't give us the expired stuff, right? So our 15 yuan leftover food box makes for a decent breakfast.
Against the backdrop of China's stagnant economy, decreasing wages, and rising unemployment, young people's consumer habits have significantly changed. The frugal economy has become the most popular lifestyle in 2024. Young people openly embrace their frugal behavior, shifting away from luxury goods and big brands, focusing instead on the practicality and value for money of products. The consumption of leftover food mystery boxes has become a new trend, with people using them for all 3 meals. These were attractive due to the low cost and large quantities.
You won't believe how frugal young people are these days. Imagine spending only 15 yuan on food per day. How can you get full and stay healthy? The latest trend is to spend only 500 yuan for a whole month's living expenses. They buy snacks that are about to expire and meals from leftover food boxes. Talk about saving on food. And clothes, even more casual. They wear a white t-shirt until it turns yellow and a yellow t-shirt until it turns white. Barely any travel needs, no socializing, no dating, no buying houses or cars. As long as they keep their heads down, they stay off the capitalistic radar.
The leftover food mystery box is not literally leftover food, but consists of nearly expired or unused food and beverages from restaurants, randomly combined and sold online at 30 to 50% of the original price. The contents of these boxes are usually not selectable. Due to the limited quantity of leftover food mystery boxes, it is difficult to get hold of one. The peak hours for this food war are between 8 to 10 p.m. A recent college graduate going by the pseudonym Jin Xuan, who has just entered the workforce, shared his experience of relying on leftover food mystery boxes during his initial tough days in Beijing. Discovering a box outside a restaurant, he was intrigued and made a purchase, finding a variety of items like sushi rolls, salads, snacks, and desserts. He spent only 20 yuan for food that would typically cost 100 yuan. He has been a fan of leftover food mystery boxes ever since. Currently, apps selling leftover food mystery boxes like Food Magic Bag and Fun Little Bag are popular among young people. A platform specializing in these boxes indicated that their primary customers are young people. However, some consumers express concerns over the food safety of these mystery boxes. Reports suggest that some unscrupulous businesses are exploiting this popular sales model to offload substandard products. A store employee mentioned that the quality of food in these mystery boxes is not currently regulated by the platform. The quality of the food in the box depends on the personal integrity of the service staff and even their mood on the day. The use of nearly expired food remains a sensitive and gray area in the restaurant industry, with some manufacturers, distributors, and restaurant businesses colluding to illegally extend the shelf life of expiring ingredients. The lack of quality control in these mystery boxes makes it impossible for consumers to be aware of these gray area practices. As young people's consumption habits change, the trend of affordable pricing has extended to the bakery industry. For example, a 2 yuan bread shop near the Tiantong-yuan subway station in Beijing, with its prominent freshly baked sign, has become a new hotspot. A local was seen paying 36 yuan for a large bag containing more than 10 bread. This shop attracted many young people who previously favored more expensive bread. In contrast to the popularity of 2 yuan bread, high-end bakeries are closing down. According to data from Kanyin 88, over 100,000 bakeries have closed in the past year. As of October 2023, there were 122,000 new bakery openings and 120,100 closures, with a net increase of only 1,874 stores, marking just a 1% growth rate for the national bakery store count in 2023. In recent years, many young people found new opportunities for growth by posting videos about affordable consumption on social media. On Chinese social media platforms, there are over 2 million posts related to substitution, in other words, affordable alternatives, with many adhering to the new consumerism philosophy of everything can be substituted. Examples include replacing high-end cosmetics such as SK2 with brown rice water, a bookshelf for a shoe rack, and a down jacket with a military coat. As some stated on the Xiaohongshu social media platform, it's not about being unable to afford something, but about finding a more cost-effective alternative. This philosophy extends to various aspects of life. For example, people prefer using a trash can over an expensive suitcase, finding it more cost-effective. On Douban, over 300,000 people have formed an anti-consumerism alliance. They start their day with a 990 yuan poor man's coffee from Luckin Coffee or a select any 880 yuan coffee from Kadi Coffee. Then they enjoy a 1390 yuan poor man's meal from McDonald's for lunch and grab a 990 yuan leftover food mystery box from the supermarket for dinner. These thrifty individuals lead a life of frugality. Beyond food, young people are no longer pursuing flashy clothing, but rather simplicity, comfort, and casual styles, even aligning their fashion choices with those of the middle-aged and elderly. Cici, a 27-year-old, shared that due to her working hours increasing each year without additional pay, her spending on clothing has become more frugal. Guided by her mother, she now shops at stores for the middle-aged and elderly, recently purchasing winter pants for 100 yuan from a senior discount store. She lamented, "I have no choice. My salary hasn't increased, but I still need clothes, so I have to find cheaper shops. I've decided to buy all my autumn and winter pants from elderly clothing stores." The comfortable and retro grandma style has become a fashion trend among young women who favor loose and casual grandma pants, absorbent and breathable floral pajamas for a good night's sleep, and high-quality grandma-style cardigans for warmth and style. Instead of paying high prices for luxury brands, these individuals prefer spending their money on making their lives more comfortable. Joining sunset tour groups has become a new trend among young people, symbolizing a shift in recreational activities. An analysis reveals that spending a weekend on dining and shopping can cost at least 1,000 yuan, whereas joining an affordable seniors tour for a day trip can significantly save money. Young participants in various sightseeing tours humorously note that instead of spending heavily on trendy restaurants and bars, they prefer a downgraded consumption approach, embracing a simpler lifestyle 40 years earlier. During last year's National Day holiday, social media platforms in mainland China were awash with tips on saving money during travels, with some even choosing to stay home throughout the 8-day holiday to cut costs. The current young Chinese generation has developed unique ways to save money, including not upgrading phones but changing cases, avoiding manicures, live streaming, and food delivery services, redefining financial freedom as the ability not to make unnecessary purchases. In general, only buy the essentials and items that are good value for money. The popular thrifty-style shopping, where young people indulge in window shopping without buying, has become a widespread consumption concept. This includes enjoying a cup of milk tea, trying on clothes in fast fashion stores, browsing boutique stores, and sampling new makeup products, all without buying. At the end, they would finish up with a satisfying meal. A deeper analysis of this thrifty economy trend reveals that not all young people adopt frugally out of a desire for a simpler life. Often, it's a response to economic downturns, job scarcity, and reduced incomes. More people are boasting about their saving strategies on social media, with topics related to saving money, attracting nearly 100 million views and tens of thousands of community members, as they seek higher deposit rates amidst declining bank interest rates. Ms. Hai, 29, turned from a spender to a savings expert after being laid off in 2021, realizing the importance of savings in facing future uncertainties. She also came up with the idea of cross-province saving. For instance, with a deposit of 100,000 yuan, the interest earned over 3 years in Shaoxing Bank would be 9,000 yuan, while in a Shanghai bank, it would be 10,650 yuan. After deducting 400 yuan for round-trip high-speed train and subway fares for depositing and withdrawing the money, the net interest gain is still an additional 1,250 yuan. Moreover, this strategy also allows for 2 separate day trips to Shanghai, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. The purchasing power of China's middle class, once a driver of consumption growth, has significantly declined, impacting sales of luxury goods, including new Apple iPhones, pianos, luxury cars, and high-end watches. In the first week of 2024, Apple's iPhone sales in China plummeted by 30% year over year. Following price reductions on multiple platforms, Apple China launched a rare New Year sale on January 15th, offering discounts on various products. The promotion includes a variety of products such as smartphones, computers, and tablets, with the highest discount of 500 yuan on smartphones and up to 800 yuan off on MacBook Air laptops. Prior to the launch of new products, it is rare for Apple's official website to initiate price reductions. However, as soon as the news of the price cuts for Apple products was released, it immediately topped the trending list on Weibo. According to an analysis from Jefferies Group, a US-based investment bank, this unprecedented price reduction in Apple's product range, including significant discounts on models like the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max, failed to prevent a steep decline in sales in China. The piano, once a staple in affluent households for children's education, now faces a sharp decline in sales. According to a report by Chinese financial media Caijing, a vice secretary general of a musical instrument association reported a dramatic drop in piano sales in 2023, with the demand for pianos and piano lessons vanishing almost overnight. How severe is the drop in piano prices? A blogger on Weibo posted, saying, "A piano factory owner claimed that the piano market has completely collapsed, with half of the piano factories closing down last year. Pianos that were once purchased for 50 to 60,000 yuan are now unsellable even at 5,000 yuan this year." On January 15th, independent social media channel Explosive Angle Tracker revealed that luxury cars in China, both new and second-hand, are being heavily discounted to boost sales, yet sales continue to shrink significantly. The article pointed out that the second-hand luxury car market is faring even worse than the new car market, with an accumulation of vehicles and collapsing prices across all brands. Car dealers are now hesitant to buy back vehicles, only accepting consignments. Not just luxury cars, but the luxury watch market has also experienced a downturn since May 2023. There has been a marked decrease in both sales and prices, culminating in a significant decline towards the end of the year. Industry insiders attribute this phenomenon to 2 main factors: the decline in middle-class income and a lack of optimism about the future. China's economic issues in 2023 include a significant fiscal deficit, real estate developer crisis, financial institution failures, and a decrease in exports have greatly impacted ordinary people, especially the middle class whose wealth is closely tied to property values. Observers note that the Chinese middle class, often perceived as affluent, are actually debt-ridden. International economic research indicates that the crisis in China's real estate market is severely impacting the middle class, with 70% of family assets linked to real estate, leading to substantial wealth loss with each decline in property prices. The collapse of China's middle class is not only due to the real estate crisis, but also linked to the broader economic downturn, reflected in the continuous decline of the Chinese stock market over the past decade. Liang Xiaohua, a former chief compliance officer of a Chinese asset management company, also explains that the middle class is experiencing a downturn in consumption due to the economic downturn. He said that for decades, the primary means of wealth accumulation for this group during the so-called period of reform and opening up was through real estate. However, the collapse of the economy has led to a reduction in their sources of income, significant depreciation in property values, and a loss of liquidity in transactions, resulting in precarious situation for the middle class. Previously, this group led a superior lifestyle, affording annual overseas trips, imported foods, private tutoring for their children, piano lessons, extracurricular classes, and even planning for their children's education abroad. But in the current environment, the lack of a stable income source and uncertain future prospects have caused these plans to be put on hold. The middle class plays a stabilizing role in societal development. A larger middle class correlates with greater societal stability. Conversely, a decrease in the middle class signifies growing income disparities and an increase in the differences in needs among social groups, leading to a proliferation of social conflicts. Currently, the inability to afford housing, marriage, childcare, and healthcare represents the real-life situation of most Chinese people. Observers note that China's economy is expected to decline further in 2024. The real estate market is expected to face a faster collapse, burdened by escalating real estate and foreign debts, leading to major problems at a rapidly growing rate and scale. As a result, the living conditions for the general populace in 2024 are expected to become increasingly challenging.